I want to go back to the beginning of sort of your career in the sense that I'm so intrigued because you are now the third person I have talked to who went to Juilliard who didn't finish. And I want to know a bit about that experience because I find it so intriguing. When I was growing up as an actor, Juilliard was like Juilliard.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? And it never would have occurred to me that people would go and go, not for me.
It was Juilliard then too, I was I didn't know what it was when I went. I just, somebody had told me in Texas, this is a good school. And I was like, because I realized I didn't have a good acting process. I was working in Dallas as an actor and I needed more schooling. And so I auditioned, luckily got in. And my class, you get 20 people in a class. And then you are acting. When I was there, I think they have made some changes where you can act with people in other classes, but it works like your first year, you learn these things, which prepares you for the second year that you learn these things, which builds on the third year and then the fourth year. So you're always acting with the same 20 people, which gets whittled down because some people don't fit. Some people leave. Some people in my class smoked the crack. It was crazy. There were people who smoked crack, more than one. And one guy...
like actual crack?
Oh, yeah, the crack. Real crack.
Like real crack. I just thought you meant like they're drinking the Kool-Aid. That was like your version of drinking the Kool-Aid or something. Like, you mean real crack?
Real crack with the glass pipes.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and one guy got hooked and he like stole some stuff and left. One guy was just... You know how it is in acting where when you're young... and you're full of emotion and full of energy, people who don't fit in anywhere else find their ways to drama.
Yeah.
And some of them make good actors. Others are just oddballs who this was another thing they tried that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Or they have a very limited band of what does work. And so some of the people who made it into Juilliard were those people who were troubled people. Yeah. And drugs were a big part of my class. Not everybody's class, my class. There was so much heroin use.
Oh my God. Like, this is not what I would associate Juilliard with.
I don't think other classes were doing this. My class was. I had a party at my apartment, and it was my roommate and I did not do heroin, but our house was littered with all these people just on the nod with their works, pulling out junk.
Oh my God.
It passed out. Anyway, it was not cool. And I was not happy. And they didn't do a lot of comedy, although what was great, I did learn a lot. I learned a lot about the voice and the way that the voice works. Like them just saying the sound A, there's not a sound A. That is two sounds. It is eh and I put together. I'm like, hold on a minute. I'm just like, A. Oh, whoa, those are two sounds put together. And they pulled apart sound in a way that I understood voice differently and how diction could change how someone sounds. Like certain lisps are funny, like just different, the way that some people make words and have inflection are funnier than other things. I just really surprisingly enjoyed that because it was very much like a classroom. We're going to now do voice and speech. And there were more voice and speech classes than there were acting classes, honestly. It was crazy. But my second year, we were supposed to have a comedy. And instead of a comedy, they did Greek tragedy. Right before we got there, they're like, we're changing to Greek tragedy. And nobody in my class wanted to do comedy. Everybody wanted to do Greek tragedy because they were on heroin. Not all of them, but many were on many drugs. And so...
Those Greek tragedies really resonate when you're on the smack.
Oh, my God.
They really do.
Yeah. Oedipus. Huge smack problem.
Huge.
He's like, wait a second, you're my mom? Hold on. Bummer, dude.
Bummer, dude.
I get the resemblance. I see it.
It makes sense now. It makes sense now. I see it clearly.